Greetings, my fellow oasis dwellers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Fuel Barons of Tatooine, Episode 5, Investing in Defense. Alright, ravenously hungry seems like a status condition that I could solve. Not sure why they aren't eating. Another thing I want to do is let's change the food restrictions. I'm going to call this standard. Delete all the others because I don't need it. Or I'll include nothing. And then no raw food. Only eat meals. We're very close to being out of meat, and then we'll have to rely on just simple meals or fine vegetarian meals. But here comes the crude oil storage. You need tending again. You're well ahead of your infection, but I'm going to have to keep an eye on you to make sure that you don't get yourself killed. Although I am getting Glitterold meds from the Raiders, so we could rely on that. So once I have a little bit more reliable source of power, it will be roughly the correct time to move the bedrooms. So then I just need to roof it up. I hadn't roofed it up there so that we weren't blocking the sun when I was flooring it up, but we're all good to roof up now. And then I do have to correct the home zones because obviously we had a giant outbreak of a fire, so need to fix that. I think what I'm going to do for now, because I do have a fair bit of rice. No, I'll keep sowing the rice. I was thinking about not having the rice sown for a bit. But I'll just keep the power off. All right, Red, eat, and then I'm going to put you in charge of getting that cracker back up. And Frosty and Can will have to source the metal for it. The real power drain of the hydroponics is the light. So it doesn't really make much sense to sow less than all. As long as the light is on, that's the real draw. Darn it. Matcha did decide to go lay in bed, and I tried to tend while she was laying down, but she got back up. She's still psychotically wandering, so I can't really tell her what to do. She has a medical emergency, but she's 92 over 80. So even though she's psychotically wandering, the initial tending that I did, she should be all right. Trick, thank you for all the bits. Oh, and now Red's picking out. Like I have a large amount of food, which I don't. And she collapsed. And she's immune. No problem there. Well, the bedrooms are technically usable if we move the beds, so I'm going to start delivering the beds. They're dull and decent, mediocre. Some of them need cleaning. They could be worse. So this is Red's bed. Oh, thanks for all the gifted subs as well. Cheers. Oh, and I missed a puppy treat. All the catharsis that we're getting from all the psychotic breaks are going to be helpful here in a minute. Because, they'll be happier. Yeah, and that's not your bedroom. There we go. I need to switch around the beds a little bit. I think, this is actually Matcha's bed. And I'm not really worried about the power situation, because as soon as I get the crude cracker up and running, power is going to be not a problem anymore. Is I think the easiest way to put it. So thanks, Red, for eating like 15 meals as if we were food secure. That's good. That's real good. You're not done. So now we have a water line, I think, out there as well, and the power line and the oil line. So we are just about ready for crude cracking. So the current priority right now is to generate chem power and protect the oasis. Power comes first. What else can I turn off? I can turn off a second pump. And I think what I'm going to do is put the solar field back up here. Because even if we are going to chem power, it doesn't hurt to have a bit of a solar field. Solar is a lot more reliable than wind, because wind comes and goes. And it's been real annoying lately. Really unreliable. All the crude cracker steel has been delivered, so now it's just a matter of getting the components to build it up again. So let's component hunt. And hope that we conserve our components a little bit better. Ken, I'm going to ask you to be out here a little bit longer. I missed some components right of the oil. Alright, I'll get back there in a sec. Oh, there was even more. Nice. So the chem storages are all set. And the crackers getting built. We have got 200 or 700 and something liters of oil to be processed already. But constant brownouts means that processing the oil is going to be the challenge. So we can process during the day when the sun's up and we're drawing solar power. That's going to be the timing. So yeah, there's components right there. So the way this works is the crude cracker produces chem fuel through the resource console. So you have to have someone manning the resource console like this, and it powers up the cracker. So it draws a lot more power, and it then takes oil from storage and produces chem fuel, which transfers into the tanks. Really? Everybody's fighting Can now. Man, Can, you are one hated Rhodian. I now know why Han shot the Rhodian so quickly. I get it. I get it. I'm also going to plan future oil taps like that, and then wall this off like this. Maybe even closer. No, like that. There we go. And put a door here. Yeah, Ken, you're just not well liked. I don't know what to say. You're starting fights. So then as long as someone's at the resource console, we'll be producing chem fuel. I'm going to power that down right now, though. Because we don't need chem fuel until I have a chem plant. So the next thing that I'm going to build is chem fuel power plants. And I'm going to put them here. And they take a lot of components, so it's going to take a minute. And I'm also getting a perimeter wall up so that we don't lose our production facilities again, because that was honestly very annoying. Another little reminder, overhead mountain is not a thing we need to worry about at all. There are no insects. We need to worry that the mountain doesn't fall on our heads, but that's it. That's it. That is the only worry. Kaiju, thank you for the sub at tier 3 too. Cheers. Let's celebrate that. So let's put a large power plant. I'm actually... yeah. Put one there. Maybe not right up against the wall, because then there's no way to protect it. And I'm going to wall this in just like the last one, where we have the pipeline go in. Actually, you know what? Those are maybe the wrong spots. I'm going to move the doors down one. That way, they're not like overlapping the pipe. And once we get this up, it generates a lot of power. So a lot of our power woes, our power shortages will be resolved in an instant. It generates so much power that I'll be able to get the research back up and everything running, I'll be able to add lights to the bedrooms. I'm actually going to add lights to the bedrooms now, but power won't be really an issue until we start to produce space fuel and do a lot of other high power intensity things. So for this, we need 16 components. I currently have 15, so I'm close, but no cigar. More Tatooine Rebels just kind of wandering by. Okay, there's not a lot of components left. I don't want to have to go travel over to Freetown or Saponza Station, because traveling the desert is not fun. But I'll do it if I have to. I think what I'm going to do for this containment is to actually give it a little bit of room so we can walk around it. To maintain. Well, no, maybe we don't really need to maintain it. If we need to repair it, we'll just pop in the door. I'll put the door there, though. I am not using the outpost mod, so no. Creating outpost won't work. That and the only thing the outpost could really give us would be oil, but it's not like we have a finite amount of oil on this map tile anyway, so it wouldn't be helpful. Zero, I know you're more than just, oh, we need to fix our meals, don't we? Quit recreating, bot. Yeah, now I'm giving a low food warning. Thanks for the obvious. Oops, whatever. Just water. We happen to have a lot of that. Any life on the map? No, not at this temperature. It's 145 Fahrenheit. Definitely not going to be animals. I don't need to check until it's the correct season again. Alright, chem plant is coming together. Well, I didn't mean to have a dark corner there. Darkness will lower harvest yields. Kind of important to have an illuminated farm. I guess what I could do is move the... Let me move the wall lamps to the pillars. No, that doesn't really cover it either. There's always going to be a dark spot. Alright, wall lights back to the formation they were. And I'll just add more. Luckily, they're cheap. Oh, we lost the Go Frenzy. Here, let's have you work those lights. And Red's back working the chem plant. Coming together, guys. We're working on the space fuel. All right, there we go. Now that's nicely illuminated. Do Imperial credits decay? No, it's like silver. I don't even think you can destroy them. Yeah, see, they have no health bar, just like silver. It means they're impossible to even destroy. Which is good, because I apparently, so far, I'm really good at destroying things that we own. Self-burn! Ouch! Okay, chem plant, here we go. Very exciting. The thing is, we don't really have a lot of chem fuel to burn at the moment. But the chem plant will be really nice once it's done. We do have the northeast perimeter wall, so that will help to keep damage down considerably. And matcha, because there's nothing to research, is helping on the farm, which is good, because we're down to just rice. There are no orbital traders now. They're not included in this mod pack. Okay, there we go. It's producing 16,000 watts for 72 liters a day. Do I plan to use Rheinfeller materials? That's somewhat up to you guys. So there's a power mode on the crude cracker where you can power it up even further to produce more chem fuel. Of course, I will run out of crude oil this way, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to stockpile enough chem fuel that I can keep the large chem plant running without having to constantly man the terminal. Ooh, components from the sky. I like that. Got my full attention. And then Matcha, you are going to be back to, yeah, research. There it is. I did mention earlier that if we do research tier R2, R4 droids, they can be set up to use those resource consoles like 24/7. So once we have the means to produce droids, we can do just that. Zero here is a bit too capable to be dedicated to such a lowly task, but maybe a different droid can be. So I have 700 liters, so I have about 10 days of chem fuel right now, so I'm just going to power off the resource console. Not have to worry about that for a bit. Okay, perimeter project. So let's update. Protect the oasis is my current goal, and research shields. I guess both are technically goals. So I want to get the shields research done before I really know what I'm protecting. You'll understand why in a minute, because the protection shields have like a radius. So I want to set up protection shields so that I know what the radius is. Which means right now, what I really want to do is to amass steel and sandstone so that I have the means to protect things. So that when we... Also, those shields are going to need fabrication. So, one thing I kind of need to do is to build a workshop. That is going to be sort of a requirement. So, I'm going to add that in. Build a workshop. And research shields. So, I'm going to have a standalone workshop. Actually, maybe it will share a wall with the back wall of the bedroom. And have the hallway wrap around to it. Yeah, I can have a 1 wide hallway wrap around to it. Or 2 wide, actually. There will be... There we go. And then I could build a workshop back here. Paired with possibly storage, because they kind of go hand in hand. So I'll probably put the workshop's outer walls maybe here. I know it's weird to be building walls and then destroying them, but what I do. So that's a pretty healthy amount of workshop and storage size. A lot of the Remfeller stuff does require a lot of space. So it's one of the reasons why I have it so ample. But I like it. Let's get that built. Now the only other thing is I might want to consider putting a door in here and in here to cut down travel. Because having to walk around the whole time is less than ideal, I would say. Or maybe even have the... Yeah, I'm going to change the design yet again. I know. I'm going to have this hallway connect to it as well. That way we can go north or south. Something more like that. I'll put in a entryway into the hallway here. And then maybe to get out to the oil wells and the like, put an exit here as well. If Can continues to get into social fights, I may consider putting him on like a night shift so that he's active when everyone else is asleep to keep him from socializing with the rest of the colony. I hope that I don't have to resolve to do that, but it might be required. Alright, let's, I'm gonna batch destroy so that Red doesn't constantly stop what she's doing. Oops, I didn't hold shift for that. And the physical footprint of this structure actually may change, so I'm going to hold off on constructing the rest of it until I have shield tech. Large shield tech, specifically. So in the meantime, we'll continue to amass resources and maybe do some tile pathing. Is there an effective airlock to RimWorld? There is, but it's in my opinion, it's not usually that necessary to airlock, unless you're dealing with like ridiculously extreme temperatures. That would be the only caveat, in my opinion. We don't have such ridiculously extreme temperatures where an airlock's going to make more than just a degree or two of difference. Oh, there we go. Gotta fill this peanut jar. Still no wildlife. It is starting to cool down though, so I do suspect that we'll get some wildlife again soon. Am I playing RimWorld? I sure am, man. Alright, lots of stone cutting. Looks like the miners no longer have something to mine, so I'll queue that back up. We have a lot of steel, it's just that we haven't really hauled very much of it. Some of it, but not all of it. And here is shield generator, and then I'm gonna get large shield generator next. Daedora, thank you for the resub, cheers. And hi. Question: should I set up a research lab? Yes or no? Do you think that's worth doing right now to speed up research? I could have multiple researchers. I just, because of the research building itself requires components and space and materials and effort and time and all that stuff. I hadn't done it just yet. But I could set up an area that is going to be a permanent research lab. My only worry is that I really want to save the components that I currently have for fabrication, because I'm running out of components on the map tile, and if I run out of components and I don't have a fabricated bench up, I'm sort of screwed. So that's why I haven't really committed to that yet. It's why I'm waiting on getting fabrication and the like. See if we can't make this room a little nicer. These bedrooms could be decent. They don't need to be awful or dull. I also had intended for Matcha to switch beds with Ozakoa, giving her the excellent one so she recovers sleep a little bit faster, and therefore can research more. Decent, 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 decent. Because I could stick a research lab around here as well. I haven't committed to this design. In fact, I'm going to probably, I know, nuke it for now. I know how you feel. The other thing I want to do is let's go and build a northwest perimeter. Not Frosty, no. I'm not even going to have it connect to anything because I'm not sure exactly what this will look like up here. And, no, I'm actually not even going to do that. I think we're moving away from regenerable, renewable power, solar and wind for chem fuel. So I might destroy this stuff anyway. Or move it around. We'll see. But it looks like you guys do want a research lab, so I'll think about where I can put that in a minute here. I still have more slag to slag. But we're just cutting stone instead. So that's not a bad bathroom. I mean, I'd use it. Do I want to build a snowman? Oh, that'd be nice. Smoke spewer. A 37-year-old drifter named Lash Sanor is calling from nearby. He is hiding from his enemies. He wants to flee to his hiding spot and join us at the oasis. He is a Rhodian, and is a smoke spewer guarded by 2 tortoises. Question. Do we help Lash? Yes or no? There's the poll. And the timer. Still no wildlife, if you were wondering. Now, the good thing is smoke spewers don't really bother us all that much because we are not all that reliant on solar anymore. But if it's only 2 manhunting tortoises, that's also pretty easy to kill. Just slowly walk away. So it does look like, yes, we help Lash. So accept. Hey, Lash. Undergrounder unhygienic. But good passions. 37 years old. And I am going to decide to keep you. Raffle timer's up. Good luck. First order of business, getting you a gun. And then making yet another duster so that you're somewhat protected from the elements. There's the smoke spear, and I'm gonna have Can go out and smoke it. Because he's got the special hat. The hat of never getting hot, which means that the hot desert temperatures isn't going to do him in, unlike others. Okay. He's on his way. He might not make it back tonight because it's already 4 p.m. But we'll see. So Lash, I'm going to have you craft primarily, I think. Because we are going to need smelters and stone cutters to build up the oasis. Red went from one duster to another. And then Matcha, I'm going to have you wear this duster. And then Lash, you can wear that one. Hand me down, hand me down, hand me down. and that will keep you reasonably protected from the elements. So 116 or 47 Celsius. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Fuel Barons of Tatooine, which originally streamed live on Twitch September 17th and September 18th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below, but please keep in mind that this was a one-time streamed mini-series. If you would like to try this for yourself, all of the files can be found in links in the description. Please read the directions carefully, because a lot of setup and modifications are required to duplicate this scenario. If you would like to get involved in my gaming community, which helps to determine the mini-series I stream month to month and the games that I play on Twitch, please join Discord. The link to that can be found in the description of the video and at Rhadamant.com. My stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams and episodes are also at Rhadamant.com. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow mercenaries.